Please be seated on the philosophy of ancient African religion, ancient Egyptian philosophy, otherwise more popularly known as Egyptian mystery. I've been asked to do a talk today on the ancient Egyptian origins of the three Western major world religions. Tomorrow there will be a talk on reclaiming African culture, or something similar to that. And on Saturday, we will have a seminar or workshop afternoon where we'll be doing some of the spiritual disciplines, the practices of Egyptian mysteries as we have reconstructed them. So that you can see, we're going to have a committed afternoon with music and with chant, meditation, the discipline of the postures, which I'm sure many of you would like to see. That the Indians call Hatha Yoga. We discovered Jnana Yoga or posture system practice in ancient Egypt as well. So tonight and tomorrow night are going to be lecture evenings. And we'll have some time for discussion at the end. And Saturday afternoon will be kind of like a workshop to kind of get into things more for those of you who are interested at that level. Okay? So we'll go ahead and begin. Straight away, I have a lot of things prepared for you to see. And hopefully we'll have time, since we're starting late, to be able to see most of it, if not all of it. Go to the next slide.
Religion is one of the most powerful forces driving culture. Africa will not be free until its leaders praise African gods and goddesses without apology. John Henry Clark. Ancient Egyptian religion is the epitome of African religion. If ancient Egyptian religion is studied, the rest of African religion, as well as the world religions, will be illumined. The meaning of life and the way to peace and harmony in the world is also revealed. By Dr. Muata Ashby.
These two quotes in relation to the practice of religion. One of the things that more often with writers on ancient Egyptian religion and philosophy, or Egyptologists that you will get, is either relating ancient Egyptian culture to the Middle East, if it was part of Asia Minor. The other thing is that we don't get it as a living tradition. Meaning that most people study ancient Egyptian culture and religion, it's from the standpoint of a historical perspective. Like, this is something that existed a long time ago, it doesn't exist anymore. And nobody's dealing with it, nobody's living it, nobody's practicing it. And this is one of the differences with our understanding of the tradition. First of all, it is an African religion. And we'll see more about that, we'll show you more about that tomorrow. Even as it is a universal spiritual tradition. Just like, for instance, Buddhism is from India, or Hinduism is from India, but it can be practiced by anyone around the world. Right? So starting off with affirming and demonstrating that ancient Egyptian religion is an African religion, but also it informs and it reveals much about the world religion, about other African religions, as well as we're going to see in this particular lecture, about the Western religions. Tree's probably a little small there, but hopefully you can see these are some of the main writings that I've done, and persevere, showing how the ancient Egyptian Canaan culture has influenced ancient Greece, it influenced the religions of Asia Minor, the Sumerians, the Assyrians, the Judaism, Christianity, and Islam that we're going to see today. And in the East, it has influenced the Indus Valley culture, Vedanta, Hinduism, Buddhism. In that book, if you want more on that, you can go to Egypt and India. The ones we're going to focus on today are the two in the middle, the mystical journey from Jesus to Christ, and the African origins. Here are more book references to what we're dealing with today. Mystical journey, African origins, African religion, volume 4, Star and Theology. And a little bit of what we're going to discuss is in the new book that just came out, The Death and Birth of American Empire. This is the first slide that I like to start most lectures with, because most people have not seen it, which is one reason. And so that we can start getting a feel for the people that we're talking about. Those of you who've seen this, you're disqualified from participating in the question, if you've already participated. Now, any of you who have never seen this picture before, can you tell me who these people are? Anyone, guess? Nefertiti? Well, who are they as far as their national origins? Excuse me? Excuse me? Some of them are Kemetans. Are they all Kemetans? And some of them are, who are the ones that are?
The Nubians of the lighter shade. No, the Nubians of the darker shade.
Nubians of the darker shade. And Egyptians of the lighter? Anybody else? Excuse me? Okay, the darker ones, South Africans, or southern, here from the south, or from the interior Africa, and the lighter ones will be from the north. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. As it turns out, you can see that these people here have the same headdress, correct? These, and there's a second one here, and you can see part of his arm here has a different headdress, a different haircut, and a different headdress. It has the plume. Now these here, these five personalities here are Egyptians. So, and here, this person is a Nubian. We know about the headdress. You can hear the dark skin, and here the lighter skin, here the dark skin, here the lighter skin. The idea here is that the ancient Egyptians, and this is prior to the period where the Persians, where the Assyrians, where the Greeks and the Romans invaded and conquered Egypt. This is what they look like. This person here, in this particular picture, is a Nubian man. This man is considered a Nubian. He lives in Aswan, which is in the south, the southernmost part of Egypt today. This picture was taken about 10 years ago. The idea is that this is what a Nubian person looks like today. This is supposed to be a Nubian of ancient times. And these are ancient Egyptians. What does that say about the ancient Egyptians and the Nubians? They're the same. In fact, the ancient Egyptians have a tradition to say that they originated from a colony of Nubians who came into northeast Africa and settled there. In the late period is when we have a mixture between the ancient Egyptians and the Asiatics and the conquering of the Greeks, from the Greeks and the Romans, and then the few other peoples can change and it gets to be more multicultural. Okay?
Can I ask a question? Where do they come from? Do they come into
They came from the land. The original ancient Egyptians say that they themselves say that they came from the south. They came from the land that they call Sudan.